Hello, this is a video on how to play the card game Upsy Downsy. Um, and so Upsy Downsy can be played from anywhere between 3 to 7 players. Um, and the basic objective of the game is simple. Um, Players must bid the amount of tricks they predict they will take. And I know it sounds really simple, but it actually is one of the most strategic card games out there ever. Um, the card game, in terms of its origins, it first appeared in the city of New York and London in the 1930s, and since then it's become popular everywhere. And so, in terms of playing, players bid on how many tricks they can take during the round. The aim of the game is to take exactly the number of tricks bid, no more, no less. The size of the hand decreases each round from 10 to 1, and then increases each round to 10 again, where the game ends. And so look, right now in the first hand we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. And so the size of the hand would decrease from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the game would end. So the objective is just to bid the amount of tricks you think you'd win each round, with the size of the hand decreasing by 1 each round. If the player bids the correct amount of tricks won, they receive a bonus 10 points as well as the number which they had bid. For example, if a player, let's say I bid 2 tricks, and I take 2 tricks, I take the exact amount, 2 tricks, then I receive 10 plus 2, so 12 points. Upsy Downsy uses a standard deck of cards. Players are dealt 10 cards for the first round, then 9, then 8, until after a round with 1 card it increases again to 2, then 3, until 10 cards are dealt. In most rounds, the entire deck is not dealt, and then thus the remaining cards simply remain unused for the round. And so let's bid. And so we'll look at our hand. I think we can win. I think we'll win. We do have an ace here, and we have some somewhat high value cards. I think we'll win 3 tricks. Frog is going to bid 2 tricks. I think 3 might have actually been a high number for me. Yeah. Okay. And so let's just look at this, right? And so do note that we have 10 cards here. But this only adds up to 9. And so one player will be off of their regular, I guess, the exact value they bid. And so playing tricks follows the standard rules. The cards are dealt to each player, then the trump suit is established by flipping up a card from the remaining deck. Players then bid how many tricks they can take. Players can bid any number between 0 and the number of cards dealt that round. For example, in this round there were 10 cards dealt, thus the maximum amount of tricks that you could bid would be 10. If there was only 1 card dealt, then the maximum amount of tricks that you could bid would be 1. Simply, that's just math, right? You cannot win more tricks than the amount of cards present. And so if you have 10 cards, how would you win 11 tricks, right? Mathematically, you can only bid the maximum based on the number of cards you have. The default hook, and so the default is just to ensure that the total sum of bids does not equal the amount of cards dealt that round. And so when you're playing, if one player bids 10, then every other player, right, in this case we have 10 cards, every other player cannot bid 0 tricks, because then the sum of the tricks would be 10. The sum of the bids cannot equal the exact amount of cards. And so if the exact amount of cards is 5, then one player cannot bid 5 and every other player bids 0. If that happens, right, so let's say we have 10 cards here and I bid 10. I was the first player to bid. These 2 players bid 0. This player must bid at least 1 or more, right? So the exact amount of, I guess, the total sum of the bids cannot equal the exact value of cards. And so right now it's pretty simple. You bid the amount of tricks you think you'll win. The number of cards in each hand decreases by 1 each round. and the total sum of the bids cannot equal the exact amount of cards present in each player's hand. The exact amount of cards dealt to each player. And so, the player to the left of the dealer bids first and starts the first trick. So since the dealer is Fox, I am to his left, Dog, and I will start the first trick. I will start the first trick in an attempt to win. I will play. The ace is a trump, and so I do not have to worry. I'll play a 10 of diamonds. Frog played a king. Fox played a jack. So Frog won that first trick. I'll play my ace, winning that trick right there. And so this is how you play. The standard rules of playing tricks, which are consistent across every card game. If you can follow the lead suit, you must, if possible. The winner is the highest ranking trump card. If no trump card is played, the winner is the player who played the highest ranking card in the lead suit. And that's consistent for every card game, right? And so nothing new there. And so what we'll do is we'll actually, yeah, it seems like we're not going to be able to win here. No. What happened here, guys? I think we bid too high here. So we'll see. We'll see the game plan here. But let's just play this out and then we'll talk. So it's simple, right? You bid the amount of tricks you think you can win. The winner of the trick leads the next trick. The number of cards in each player's hand decreases by 1 each round, and the sum of the bids cannot equal the exact number of cards dealt to each player. It's literally that simple, those 3 points. So I do have a heart, and so I'm forced to play. So Snake wins. Remember, the objective is to win the exact number, not over, not under, exact. So Snake's going to get his number of tricks done, and now it's just between me and Frog. I'm feeling good about this. I do have a trump card there. Please, Frog. Okay. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. We're going to play a diamond here. Frog is, I believe, going to win that trick. And now it's up to me. Oh no. And we did indeed win that trick. Now the objective is to try and win the exact number of tricks. Please. No. Okay. Let's just talk about what happened here. Do note that, okay, let's just talk about what happened there, and I want to touch on a few points. And so, in terms of scoring, right? So the round ends once all cards have been played. And so, I guess it's simple. If a player has bid the exact number of tricks they take, they receive 10 points plus the number of the tricks bid. Frog bid 2 tricks, and he took exactly 2 tricks. So he receives 2 points for the 2 tricks he won, plus 10 points for winning the exact number of tricks. Snake bid 2 tricks, and he took exactly 2 tricks. So he receives 2 points for the tricks he took, and 10 points for being correct on his bid. Fox here, or Dog, sorry. No, I'm Dog. Fox, is this, yeah, I believe this is a Fox. Fox here bid 2 tricks and took exactly 2 tricks. So Fox receives 2 points plus 10 points for taking the exact number that he bid, which is a result of 12. Obviously, you want to look at your hand and make an accurate guess as to how many tricks you will win, right? If you have a very weak hand, you'll win less tricks. If you have a strong hand, you will win more tricks. Do note that the game is going to continue, right? Obviously, until the number of cards dealt has decreased to 1, and then increased back to 10. And so, do note that if a player did not bid exactly the number of tricks they took, they are scored only the amount of tricks they have taken. Notice that I bid 3, but I took an extra trick, and so I was not given the 10-point bonus for being exact with my guess. I was only given 4 points for the 4 tricks that I won. That sums up how to play, and so we'll play one more round here. We're not going to play all 20 rounds. That's simply way too many. But let's just sum it up again. You bid the exact amount, you think you can win. You want to win that exact amount. Trick-taking rules apply standard. The number of cards in each hand decreases by 1 each round, and the total sum of the bids in each round cannot equal the number of cards dealt to each player. Right? Just those 3 points. It's that simple. Scoring is at the end of the round. 10 points if you win the exact number of tricks that you bid. Otherwise, if you go over or under, you only get 1 point for each trick that you have won. If you score the exact amount, you get 10 points plus an additional point for each trick you won. Do note that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in each hand. And so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And so right now it's at 5. 9 cards in each hand. Remember what I said. The sum of the bids cannot equal the number of cards dealt to each player. The number of cards dealt to each player currently is 9. And so the sum of the bids cannot equal 9. Right now the bid is at 5. If I bid 4, the sum of the bids would equal 9. Notice, that is why I'm unable to bid 4. I cannot bid it because that would make the sum equal to the number of cards dealt. It must be over, so the sum of the bids must be either over or under the number of cards dealt. In this case, my hand is somewhat decent. I'm going to go with 2 tricks. I think we can win exactly 2 tricks, and so let's play the round. We'll play our 6 here. 6 of diamonds. Diamonds are trump. And so Fox here. It is a bit slow, I apologize. Fox here took that trick there. Now we are going to bid a clover. So snake. And so I actually took that trick there, right? Unexpectedly, I took that trick. So I'm going to bid a 2 here. I don't want this trick, right? Because I only have room for 1 more trick. I'm going to try to give it to someone else. Luckily, Fox takes the trick. And this was a bad bid by me. Again, look at how high value my cards are. Look how high value my cards are. And so Fox takes it. Notice that Frog bid 0. That means Frog cannot win a single trick. And so I'm probably going to win this trick here. And now it is my turn to lose as many tricks as I can. Please, please, please. Do your best to lose. And yes, Snake took a trick there. Now I do not believe I will win. I believe I might win 1 more trick. No. Okay. Yeah, I think I won this trick. Unless Frog. Okay. So once again, I was wrong, right? So you do need some strategy for this. But you can sort of see how to play. It's quite simple. It's very fun. It's very it's very, I guess strategic. But that wraps up how to play Upsy Downsy. It's a fun card game, it's unique, and I hope you enjoyed learning. Thank you.